Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Welcome back to Be the Brightness. I am Amanda, happy to have you here. So we are cruising through the week, and I'm going to keep dropping these little wisdom nuggets and running because it's been crazy. So catch up if you're behind. We've covered a lot of great topics so far this week. Today, right now, we are going to be talking about recognizing opportunity. And then tomorrow, we're going to do something different, something fun. We're going to try something new. I'm going to make myself available at a certain time. So watch the page, and we're going to do a question and answer session. So if you enjoy these like sessions that I do, if you enjoy the page and what our mission and vision is here, jump on tomorrow and you can ask me anything you want. All right. So please participate. I want it to be exciting and fun and an opportunity for you. So recognize your opportunity for tomorrow. There you have it. No, seriously, you do have an opportunity tomorrow because you have an opportunity to talk to me directly. And, while I am just somebody trying to do good in this world, I do have a lot of life experience for someone my age. I have an education. I am very financial savvy. I have 4 children that I am raising. I have a lot to give back, a lot to help. And I'm somebody. So, take advantage of that opportunity that I'm giving you. So recognizing opportunities. How do you recognize an opportunity? You have to pay attention. A lot of this comes down to paying attention and having awareness and being clued into your life. Okay. So if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, everything sucks and nothing ever goes my way, and, oh, everybody else has opportunities, but I don't. Opportunity is not always flashy, right? Opportunity is not a bag of money falling in your lap. Opportunity is not the phone ringing, with somebody on the other line offering you your dream job. Opportunity is not a fancy new car rolling in your driveway. Opportunity is subtle, and you have to be paying attention, and you have to be smart about the decisions that you're making, and you have to be executing and taking action to make those opportune moments real things. Okay. So for example, you see somebody eating the most delicious cake you've ever seen in your life, right? I have a sweet tooth. We'll use cake as an example. And they are just savoring every bite, right? One after the next. It's perfectly cooked. It's sweet. It's not too sweet. It's indulgent without being too rich. It's just the most wonderful, perfect cake. And they are just absolutely enjoying every moment of experiencing eating that cake, right? And you're watching this and you're just like, well, shit, I want that. Problem number 1, don't compare yourself to other people. That's a topic for another day. Problem number 2, don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions. Don't just assume that person is enjoying that wonderful, rich experience because somebody just was like, here, have a slice of cake. It's the best cake there ever was. More often than not, when you see somebody with something that you wish you had, they have worked tirelessly for it. They have worked very, very, very hard. So, to our person eating this delicious cake, for the purposes of this conversation, they made that cake. And it's delicious because they've had to make cake 1,000,000 times before, okay? So how does that have anything to do with recognizing opportunity? Well, if sometimes opportunity presents itself in pieces. In pieces, okay? So sometimes, and we're going to stick with our cake analogy here. Some days you might see the eggs. You're like, what am I going to do with these? But I should probably pick that up. And then the other day or a week or whenever goes by and you're like, oh, I have the eggs, but now here's the flour. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I could do something with this. And then a little bit more time goes by and then maybe the milk comes along and then the cocoa powder and then the ingredients to make the frosting. And, you know, little by little, you get the ingredients that you need. And then so one, you have to pay attention to compile your ingredients. You have to recognize these ingredients as they're coming your way, right? Metaphorically speaking. Then once you have your ingredients, right, you have everything you need to make a delicious cake, you have to go bake the fucking cake. Okay? You mix your ingredients, you know, you put your cake batter in the oven, you make sure you watch it so that it doesn't burn, right? And you make your frosting, you assemble your cake, and then you get to eat an amazing piece of cake, just like we saw that other person. So do you see what I'm saying here? Do you see what I'm saying? Opportunity surrounds us all the time. If you're not paying attention, it's going to pass you by. Okay? So, there you have it. That is how you recognize opportunity. And again, like in all these little like mini sessions we've been doing this week, pumping out this stuff for you guys, like there's still the core theme, right? You have to pay attention for the 10 zillionth time. And you have to be willing to work. You have to be willing to work for any components of all of this content that I talk about. Like, you have to be willing to work. Life doesn't change just because you want it to. Life doesn't change just because you're miserable. Life doesn't change for any other reason than you making it change. You wanting it to change is the first step, is the very, very first step, right? When you get sick of your life the way it is and you're like, you know what? Nope, I can't live like this anymore. When you get to that point, and we've all been there in very different ways. I've been there myself. And you're just like, no, like this, no. Once you get to that point, then you can put all of these tools and tips and tricks and techniques that I talk about into practice, and you can turn your life around. You can turn your life around. You can go in a totally different direction. You can pick yourself up by your bootstraps, just like I have done many times in my life, and change your life and achieve things that nobody else around you has done, right? People thought I was crazy when I was so focused on getting an education and getting a good job. And people didn't think that I was going to be able to break out of poverty. You know, it was my family's history, and you know, I didn't have people to lean on, you know, to show me the way. But I picked myself up by the bootstraps, and I didn't accept things the way they were. And I recognized the opportunities in front of me, and I collected the eggs and the flour and the milk and the sugar and the cocoa powder and the, you know, all the things. And I held on to them for a long time because I was afraid to make the cake. You know, that's the other piece. You have to be brave enough to take your ingredients and put them together, because once you crack those eggs and mix it with the flour and the milk, if it doesn't go right, you have to go out and collect all your ingredients again. And that's really scary. That's a scary part of change, right? And that's the scary part of opportunity. Everybody wants opportunity. Everybody wants opportunity. But people are afraid to execute on it because change is on the other side. And change is scary, right? People say that, oh, I'm afraid of change. I don't do well with change. Guess what? The only thing guaranteed in life is change. So the more comfortable you get in the uncomfortable and in the chaotic, like our Thinking Thursday, how do you function when life is chaotic? Do you barely function? Do you just get through? Or can you function well in chaos? I can function well in chaos. I can function well in extreme chaos. And that is a skill. That is a skill that you learn over time. And some of us are better than others because some people have a more calm life. My life has been very tumultuous, where it has been very chaotic and out of my control, but chaos nonetheless. And I've had to navigate through that. So the more you're paying attention, the more you're looking for the signs of opportunity, the more you're collecting your ingredients and preparing, looking at the recipe, right? What's the recipe? The recipe is your action plan, right? So you want to make sure that you're collecting ingredients that apply to your action plan. If you're out there collecting ingredients, that's great. But if those ingredients don't line up to your action plan that's going to facilitate you getting to your goal, like what's the point? So you have to you have to be thorough. You have to pay attention to a lot of different things, and you have to have focus and mental toughness and be comfortable in the uncomfortable and be very much okay with playing the long game, because not a lot of this is instant gratification, right? This is hard stuff. And this is why I'm here. Okay. You want to know why I do this? I talked about it in the burnout episode earlier this week. Like, this fills my cup. This does fill my cup. I love doing this. It's pushed. When I started this a year and a half ago, I was terrified to sit here and talk to my phone, because the illusion that, I have an audience on the other side of this device is an intimidating, scary thing. But I pushed myself outside of my comfort zone, and I have grown. This is a very comfortable thing for me to do now, because I've done it enough. It's not uncomfortable anymore. And I am a resource. I am a resource for you. And I want to put myself out there. I want to make myself available to help people. And I know other people that help people on a much grander scale. And it's satisfying. It's satisfying no matter what scale, right? No matter how big your audience is. Helping, like I said before, if I can help one person here, it's amazing. It's amazing, because I've been through so much. I've been through so much bad stuff with really no help. Very, very, I can count on one hand people I've had in my life that have really been there for me through thick and thin. And when you have what feels like nobody, when you have such few people and you feel like such a burden because you're young and you're trying to navigate really intense challenges that are not things you should be even dealing with, and you keep, hitting up the same one or two people. Hey, like I'm struggling with this. I don't know how to do this. I've never been in this situation before. Like, I need help. I don't know what to do. You feel like you're burdening those people, right? So I shouldered a lot alone. And that's a terrible, terrible feeling. That's a terrible feeling when you have to be so strong and you're so lonely. But now with the technology that we have, and with my own bravery to be here, to create this space, take advantage of all of the ingredients that I am giving you here. There are so many things I can help you with, that I want to help you with. And, I've said before too, like, everybody can be successful. Me helping you be successful doesn't take away from my success. We're both two successful people going after our goals, right? And multiply that times 10, times 100, times 1,000. I mean, that's amazing. That is amazing. And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And we're going to, keep leveraging this medium and the technology that we have to grow our reach. And I'm going to try to do a few different things this summer to really kind of catapult the help that I can provide, right? Because I'm just one person. I don't scale to, if all of a sudden I get 1,000 followers and 1,000 people reach out and they're like, hey, I want one-on-one coaching. I mean, I'm happy to do one-on-one coaching. If you have something going on and you're like, shit, I need like an adultier adult, I'm here for you. Also, I don't even care if this pisses people off, because if this pisses you off, you shouldn't be here to begin with. And I'm sorry, but I'm saying what I'm saying. It's Pride Month, and everybody is welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. This is a very safe space for inclusion and diversity, and it doesn't matter, so long as you are kind and polite and respectful to me, I will be kind and polite and respectful to you, regardless of how you identify in any way, shape, or form. What goes on in your bedroom is none of my business. It's none of anybody's business. So, don't think for a second that you are not welcome here. You are welcome here. This is a very safe space, and the whole free mom hug thing, I'm sure folks have seen, it's hard when kids come out and their parents disown them. So if you unfortunately have had a bad experience, I'm your mom now. Okay. So there's that. And yeah, so, again, just take what I'm given, because it can change your life. And I cannot change your life. I can help you change your life, but you have to change your life. Just like I had to change my life, and I continue to change my life, right? Because once you get to a place of security and stability, then you can evaluate and be like, wait, there's more. There is more stuff I can do. And when you're not struggling in, financially, if you're not struggling in a relationship, if you're not struggling, if you're just not struggling, if you're in a good place, bills are getting paid, kids are fed, you're doing okay, then you can be like, there's a whole world out there. I was talking with a friend yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, and we were talking about life stuff and went off this big whole tangent. And I was telling her how I joined a summer bowling league. I'm a bowler. I bowled for many, 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 many years, most of my life, decades. And the last 10 years, I haven't bowled because I've been in the thick of raising children. And I realized that, when I was talking with my friend and we're going through all this stuff, family stuff, and got to talking about some of the life change that I've been through recently. And I was like, I'm getting back to myself now, because being able to pick up and run the PTO program here, getting back to bowling, doing a summer bowling league, I couldn't do anything, even 3 years ago. My whole life changed 3 years ago. But up until that point, I couldn't do anything because I was doing everything. Think on that. I couldn't do anything because I was doing everything. All right? So I've dropped a lot of really, really good things here. Take a listen back if you need to. Listen back to the sessions from this week and be here tomorrow. Pay attention to the page. I'm going to shoot out a note at some point this afternoon or this evening of when I'm going to be on tomorrow. Pelt me with questions. I'll be on doing a special Ask Amanda. That's what we'll call it. Ask Amanda Q&A. Ask me anything and everything that you want. I will try to be an open book to you all. All right. I don't know what the winning lottery numbers are, so don't ask me that. Okay. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.